Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, Techno Solution. In the last lecture, we saw all the basic command, our third topic, all these commands. Okay, so in the today lecture, we will continue the further commands. Okay, let's begin. Open your terminal. I will switch to root, root, hit enter, give your password, enter. Okay, I will go to the cd command. Okay, I hope all commands you are already practiced, which all covered in the last lecture. The cd space hyphen, cd dot dot, okay, cd root, okay, these are all commands we already completed. Now mkdir also in the last lecture I covered, so let's fine. So we will cover one more time mkdir. So mkdir command is used to create a new directory. Okay. Okay. mkdir test. Okay. When I created test mkdir test, the mkdir test directory is created. You can see here. Just do the ls command. It will show the list. Now you can see here the test directory is created here. Okay. See here. When you are created mkdir, whenever you type this command mkdir, so your test directory is created. mkdir test. Okay. To create a new directory. Okay. So in case if you want to create like inside this test directory, you want to create two more directory. Okay, how are you going to create? Okay. Go into the cd dot test. Okay, I entered into test directory. Just do ls command. There is no any directory or file existing in the test directory. It's empty. So create mkdir test2. Okay, now check test2 directory is created. So just for checking, just do pwd. Okay, you are in test directory. So creating a test2 directory. So what you did, you entered into the test directory and you created. So this takes a lot of time to create and entering into the test directory, and again you are creating new directory. It takes too much time. Okay, so instead of that, what we can do, see here, we can create a nested directory, one directory inside another directory. How? Very simple. That is mkdir -p. Okay, give like example directory, example1. Okay, give the root example2. Hit enter. See here, instead of creating a one directory, first you are created one directory, and after that you are entered into the directory. Again you are, after entering into the directory, you are created one more directory. So it takes a time. So creating one directory inside another directory, like a nested directory, it takes a time while entering and creating a directory. Okay, so instead of that, what you can do is just give a -p, and you can create a nested directory, one directory is another. Okay, let me check whether these two directories are created or not. cd that is example. First I will check whether the example1 directory is created or not. How? Doing ls command. Ls, just do ls, control plus L, it will scroll up your screen. ls, copy, paste. Yeah, directory is created, but here it's not showing. Let me check pwd command. Okay, the directory is created in this root. So in this root, not your in a root directory. The directory is created this root only. So not your home root. Okay. So that is the difference. So what I will do? So I will enter into the root. Okay. Now I am in just check pwd. And now I am in the main root. Okay. Here I will do ls command. See here. That example 1 directory is created here. Okay. So I will enter into this example 1 directory. So that the directory is created in the main root. So I will enter into this example 1 directory. Let me enter into that. Whether the example 2 directory is created or not, to check that. Example 1, hit enter, just do ls command. See, that example 2 directory is existing here. So what happened? So when I am creating the nested directory, at that time I given this root. So means that in the main root that these two directories are created. So what I will do for showing one more example, the same kind of example, what I will do, mkdir -p. This time I won't give this root symbol because already I am in root. See here, already I am in root. What I will do, I will directly create in a root like example. Same example I will do. Example 1, inside that example 1, example 2, example 2. So you can create more than 1, 2, how many nested directories you want. One this will create, this example 1 will create, this example 2 will create inside the example 1, and example 3 will create inside this example 2 and example 1. So it will create like a nested. Okay, just hit enter. Now just do ls. The directories are created. Do ls. See here. Now because last time I given a root symbol here, so that's why it's created in a main root. So now we are already in the root, so I didn't given that root symbol. Okay, right. So now your directory is existing here. So let me check. Go inside this example 1 directory. Okay. Example 1, enter, just do ls command. Okay, example 2 directory also existing. So again go into the example 2 directory. Okay, hit enter. Now check whether the example 3 directory is existing or not. See, inside the example 2, example 3 directory is existing. So if p command -p, what it will do? It will create one directory inside another directory. Means a nested directory you can create with this -p. You can create a nested directories with single command. That is the use of this -p command. Okay, mkdir -p. It will create one like nested directories. Okay. Okay. Next, we will see that whoami command displays the username of the current user. Okay. See here, the current user is for this system, that is, see here, a MAF user is login into this system. So now just do that. First what I will do, I will clear this all the commands. Okay, for that clear command. Just use clear command, hit enter. It will previously what we did, control plus L means it will scroll up your screen. Now this time what I did this clear command, means it will clear your all the commands, the complete display, the which all the commands you perform, it will clear. Okay. Okay. What I will do, whoami command. Whoami. It will show which user is logged in. So see here, display the current user. Okay, username. It will display the current username. Currently, who is using system? Who is logged into this system? Currently, a user is root. Root is using the system. What I will do, I will switch. Okay, to MAF user. I switch to the MAF user. What I will do, I will perform the same command now here. Who am I? See here. Now the MAF is a user. What it will show? It will show the current user, which user is using the system currently. It will display the name. Okay. Again, I will switch to the root. Okay. It will ask the password. You can give your password. Again, check who am I. See here. What it will show? It will display the current user. Means currently which user is using. Currently a root user is using. Here we switched at that time. So which user is using currently? The MF user. After switching to the root, which user is using? A root user. It will display the current username. Okay. Who command. A tool print information about a user who are currently logged in your system. Okay. Just do that. Who. And there is a difference. So a user logged in means a MAF user is logged in and switch to the root user. So who logged in? MAF user. That is different. You can see here. Okay. MAF user. Okay. MAF user is logged into your system. So in your case, whichever name while the installation you are given to your system, it will show the your username. Okay. And logged in time. Okay. It will show the login time. This is today date and today timing. On which time this MAF user is logged in. Okay. So that is the use of this who command. Don't confuse confusion between the who am I and who command. Okay. There is very simple. Who am I command will display a present user, current user. Okay. So who command will display which is your user. Okay. See here. What it will display. See here. See here. Who am I user is display the current username. Who user, what it will do? A tool print the information about user who are currently logged in. Means to your system which user is logged in. To your system which user is logged in. That is the difference. Okay. A MF user is belongs to your system. That user is logged into your system. Okay. We will see more about this again. Okay. This about who and who am I commands while going through this creating a user chapter. Okay. That topic. Okay. Okay. This date. Okay. Date command will show your system date and time. How? Just type date command. It will show your system date and timing. Okay. See here. When you will perform the date command, it will show your system date and timing. Okay. Okay. PWD command already we saw that it will show the present working directory, current working directory. Okay. So let me check one more time. Okay. Just do that PWD, hit enter. So your inside the root directory, it will show your current working directory. Again, if you are entering into the, just to realize what I will do, I will enter into this example directory. Just do example, hit enter. Now just do that PWD. You see, now you are in example directory. Okay, that is the use of PWD command. It will show the present working directory. Now you are in this directory, example directory. It is showing example directory. Okay, present working directory is your example directory. Okay, next we will see that cal command. What is the use of cal? Okay, I will do cd control plus L. I will scroll up the screen. See here, I will scroll up the screen. Cal command. Just do cal, hit enter. It will show the present year and calendar. It will show your present. When you will perform cal command, it will show your present year and month calendar. Okay. If you want to check a particular month and year, you can perform a cal. I want to check just February February of 2023. Okay, just hit enter. See, this is February 2023 calendar. So whichever year you want to check, it will display the complete calendar. Okay, that is the use of cal command. Okay, so cal command is a calendar command in Linux which is used to see the calendar of specific month or whole year. Okay, so this is the use of calendar command. Clear command, already we saw that, means to clear screen. To clear this screen, what you need to do is CLE-AR. When you will perform the CLE-AR, this command, when you will perform this entire whole screen, it will clear. See, let's see. Just hit enter. Hit enter. See. After scrolling up also, it won't show. It's already cleared the complete screen. Okay, it will clean your complete screen, like your entire screen it cleaned. Okay, that is the use of clear command. Okay, now what we will see, what we will see, we will see that host name and server name. Okay, when you are using like a EC2 instance, right? So that time it will going to help you to see a complete like a fully qualified name. Okay, and your host name. Okay, it will be very helpful command. Okay, let's check these commands. Okay, host name. Okay, just do that host name. Hit enter. See, now this is your host name. Okay, and you can check host name hyphen I. Okay, it will show your IP address. Okay, see, host name hyphen F. That means F means it will show fully qualified host name. Okay, see, in my case it's a guest lecture. It will show that host name hyphen F. Hit enter. So on VirtualBox I installed like guest OS. So with this name. Okay, I will show that. VirtualBox. You can see here. My system name is given that Ubuntu GR. Okay, so this name I given to my system. Okay, this is on VirtualBox I installed. So in details you can check that one. See here, this is a system name. Okay, on VirtualBox I installed that one as a guest OS. Okay, so that's why it's giving the name like the system name and guest operating system. See here. So this is system name and like a guest on VirtualBox I installed that one. So it is giving, if in case if you are using the EC2 instance, if you perform this hostname hyphen F means it will give the that in which zone your instance is running, that complete fully qualified name. It will give the complete host name. Okay, we will see once our DevOps training class, when we start with AWS, that time we will see all those things. So good day to everyone. We will meet in the next class. Today your assignment is, please perform all the commands in the today lecture. What all the commands we covered, please perform all the commands and do yourself practical. Okay, we will meet in the next class. Thank you.